To Shit Hit the Fan Shenanigans. You got me, old Painless, and Biker Mike, just two old farm boys that have grown up living off the land, and our number one goal is we really want to impart our everyday, I don't know what to call it. Would you call it country blumpkinism on the public? So if something were to happen, you'd be able to self self reliance. What do you think about
Yeah, a
that?
little self-reliance, a little bit about survival, and a lot of fun. We're pretty good at bullshitting, just talking shit to each other, and that's actually how we kind of got to know each other. As we just started shit talking.
Oh yeah, that's how I actually have my bachelor's in bullshit, so it's all good. So, anyways, Mike, you want to start with your little intro? Let the sports fans out there know a little bit about your background.
Well, hey there, sports fans. All right, I'm Biker Mike. I grew up on an old dairy farm in Western Washington. Uh, I had two parents, so I had pretty good family, basis and upbringing with a couple of little sisters. As a kid, I got my first dirt bike, a Yamaha RT100, about 13, 12, 11, 13, somewhere around there. Thus beginning my lifelong passion and love of motorcycles and pretty much anything adrenaline related. Granddad was a command sergeant major in the Army. Oops, sorry, I didn't mean to cover the camera there. I'm still trying to figure this thing out. And a structural engineer for a Boeing company. And I remember him telling stories growing up about working on building the when they were doing the whole development of the 777. Pretty much, he was my hero and he was my inspiration for joining the Army coming out of high school. He told me not to do it. I did it anyways. Later on, I got involved in law enforcement on a smaller scale. I volunteered with the sheriff's posse and later on became a reserve deputy and ended up leaving due to differences. There was a lack of integrity that I did not like, so I took my leave and went on to railroading. Pursued a career in railroading for a few years, and after a while of that, I ended up having to leave that career because I became a single parent, and you just can't be a single parent with your kid full time and do a job like that on call 24/7, 365. Uh, so that's a little bit of my history. These days, I'm going through currently going through the hiring process for Customs and Border Protection as a border protection officer, as well as raising my boy and being involved in far too many civic organizations. Every time old Painless here tries to get a hold of me, I'm always in the midst of something. That's me.
Those damn appendant bodies.
Every single one of them.
So,
All right, let's hear about you there, Alex.
my end, I grew up military family, farming family. Grew up farming and ranching in northern Michigan. My spare time, I'd be found hunting, trapping, tanning hides, working cattle. Uh, shit, horseback. You get bored up here, about 11, 12 years old, learn how to shoot a bow off a running horse, learn how to shoot a rifle off a running horse. That was real fun. Uh, got a little bit older, kind of the same path you did. I'll let the cat out of the bag early. I also was on the sheriff's posse and sheriff's reserve. Did that for about 3 years. Got out of that.
You were
Got
talking about not letting any of that out. You wanted to keep that on the
yeah.
down low.
So might as well just let that cat out of the bag now. Also, after that, got my degree in entomology. I am an entomologist, a
He's a
bug,
bug doctor.
and so that really applied back to my agricultural background. And currently, I am general manager of farming operations for a very large commercial farm in northern Michigan. Um, that's about what I do. That and just be proud of my kids that they're all pretty cool. They're all grown up though. See, you're raising them. See, mine's all grown up, so
I'm
it's
raising
all good.
one. I stopped at one. I
God
don't
bless
know
you.
if I could do more.
So, anyways, our goal here at Shit Hit the Fan Shenanigans is we kind of want to inform and entertain, and to provoke the questions. What would happen in this scenario? Some episodes we'll be doing almost like an alternate reality, like what would happen if an EMP hit, what would happen if a solar flare, or you know, that good old super volcano that biker Mike's sitting on top of goes off over in Yellowstone. Um, what would you do? And on top of that, could you survive if that happened in those scenarios? So really we want to provoke those thoughts, get that out there and really make you think about it. What would happen if something catastrophic were to take place that set life as we know it back to pre-industrial times? I mean, it would technically be the Wild West again.
Yeah, I mean, what if we lost power, and the grid wasn't restored in, a fair amount of time? That's a lot of, learning how to survive for a lot of people.
Oh yeah, well what do you do when the fuel runs out? Well, you build a gasifier. How do you build a gasifier? You just ask old Painless. He'll tell you how
You,
to build a gasifier, how to make your own charcoal.
figure out how to harness them farts, harness them hearts, whatever.
No, no, just put a needle on a cow, burn the methane off, eh?
Perfect.
So, anyways, you'll hear a lot of that. You'll hear a lot of bullshit and a lot of shenanigans back and forth between us, and a lot of we kind of like not to go heavy into politics, but we kind of like to talk about the kind of fucked up news stories that we have going around. Like the Canadians talking shit right now. Okay, we won't go there right now. It's too early for that shit.
I haven't had
Um,
enough to drink yet.
I know, right? Woo. Anyways, so today's episode, we kind of want to do something cool, kind of give like a historic military lesson, while at the same time showing a modern edge on that. And with that, the question is, what is a a bug out bag, a bob, or an everyday carry bag, a go bag? There's a million different names for them. Uh, that bag is going to have everything you need to survive for at least 48 hours to get home. You
I keep
know,
one with me every day, anytime I go anywhere, and I've got enough to live for a couple of days off that thing. But it's basically my purse, if I'm being honest. Everything
it,
goes. I don't carry a wallet in my pocket. I carry it in my backpack.
oh no, it is. That's honestly what it is too. I carry mine every day too. I carry a 45 liter. It's all webbed out. I've got IFAC, which is a individual first aid kit. I've got a trauma kit in there. I can cover everything from a skint knee to a bullet wound to the chest. So, and that's what we're going to go into today and broach a little bit of that is what is in this bag, what needs to be in this bag, why is it in the bag, and why should you have it with you? But the cool spin on it is old biker Mike is going to start off with what did our American infantrymen have in their packs when they stormed the beaches of Normandy, when they were in World War II? What did these guys have when they were covering this vast territory in a foreign land?
And how can we bring that to modern times?
Absolutely. So, with that, Biker Mike, do you want to fire that one off, buddy?
Yeah, let me go through this real quick. Click the link you want to. Oh, that was from you.
Yeah.
Mother liquor. Average gear of a World War II soldier, and we're talking about Army soldier. Everything changed depending on the theater you're in, but I think we're talking Army here. So we'll go into it. First off, you've got a wool blanket. They're normally rolled tight at the bottom of a backpack. These days, we're not rocking wool. It doesn't hurt to have a wool blanket.
Now,
Big.
hold on though.
Sorry, go ahead. Yeah, yeah.
I am a big advocate. I still have a wool blanket in mind. Do you know why I carry a wool blanket?
Because it breathes and it's warm.
Even when wool is wet, it will keep you warm.
I did not know that.
Oh yeah, even when wool is wet, it will keep you warm. That's why you always carry a wool blanket. Always carry a thermal, one of those little flimsy mylar thermal blankets, because that'll reflect your body heat. But also that wool blanket. Sorry.
Yeah, no, no, no. I mean, we're going to go into depth, but you're right, absolutely right. Bic lighters or even a Zippo and a small can of fluid. I've I don't have it sitting right here, but I've got Zippos and a can of fluid usually like right here, just because.
I believe you aren't on the military list though. I believe you're on the modern day.
This is the list that you sent me: waterproof matches, Ziploc bag of dryer lint,
Yeah,
four different.
You didn't click the hyperlink, Tiger.
Oh well, I blew it then, so I've got to go to the computer to click a hyperlink then.
I got you.
All right.
We'll flip flop it. Working the bugs out. So
first episode, we're figuring it out.
Oh, it's all good. So starting out, they'd have their big combat pack, which is basically your bug out bag. It's a waterproof bag that would carry everything the troops needed to sustain themselves while in the field. Would have toiletries, socks, field rations, whatever personal belongings they wanted to bring with them, whether it be a rosary or a Bible or a picture of old girl back home.
And on that, let me just $40, $39 at Costco. SOG makes a great bug out bag, waterproof, and I'm just going to go into this real quick while we're on the subject. Okay. But this is what it comes with. You get 3 pistol cases with it. Like, you're loaded down. In the bottom, I guess I got to open up the bottom itself, but it's even got a shooting mat / cleaning pad in here. Or even, it's nice to keep your head off the dirt if that's where you're at and what you're doing. The entire thing opens up, folds out, gives you full access. And you can it's got a partition in here too, so you can separate. It's got plenty of storage and only $39 at Costco. Mag holders. It's got MOLLE all over the front. You want that webbing, not MOLLE.
Yeah.
Pouches for days. I mean, this is probably the best quality, best bang for the buck in a bug out bag I've probably ever seen. So I couldn't hesitate. I couldn't wait to bring this thing up. And Costco's baller as hell. Get yourself a membership.
But wait a minute. With all those pistol cases in there, what's going to keep my right kidney warm?
Your right kidney warm? That's going to be whatever you brought with you.
Okay.
Little sippy sip. I'm sure you got something there to keep it warm.
Usually I keep the remote warm. Anyways, so underneath the combat pack, they had their cartridge belt, which kind of just segued into what you said. Contained pouches, held up to 8 clips of ammunition. Now,
mags.
No, you got to remember what they were carrying. They were zipper clips.
Shit, one sec.
Speed load.
Yeah, that's the thing anymore. Nobody's got anything that takes a clip anymore. Everything's a mag days.
Yeah, I know. And that's one of my biggest pet peeves, too, is when you got everyone calling them magazines clips. But back in the days, kids, we had clips that you would preload in and you would go and you pull it out and your rounds stay right in your rifle and you're good to go. So anyways, you'd have your 8-round clips of ammunition at the bottom of each pouch, small metal hole used for attaching other small pouches, including your basic first aid supplies. That was the original MOLLE. You have your first aid pouch. Today's troops have a full supply of hemorrhage control dressings, but back in World War II, all they had was this pouch that contained 2 battle dressings for self-aid. Mine, well, I'm not going to dig my trauma kit out. This is my IFAK that I laid on the front of my bug out bag. I've got everything in there from whiskey to clean wounds and soothe the soul to anything you need to really do superficial. I've got a couple suture kits in there. And I guess before we go any farther, when you have your IFAK or your individual first aid kit, that's where you're going to have everything, okay? That's where you're going to have your Band-Aid, your sunscreen, alcohol stuff to clean wounds out, ointments, all your crazy stuff. Like a lot of stuff is going to be in there. When you have your trauma kits, that's going to have less stuff in there. That's going to have less stuff, but more important stuff like your chest seals, your emergency tourniquets, all that jazz that you don't need to be rifling through and digging out through a bunch of stuff. You know, if you need to seal a chest wound or set a bone
And
with a splint.
one thing that a lot of people don't seem to know, super glue. Super glue was originally invented to stop the bleeding, to seal arteries so that you wouldn't bleed out and die. Always keep super glue in your med kit.
Yeah, or coagulant.
Coagulant, super glue is what
Battle
came along
dressing.
after. But I mean, so when I got out of the army, I kept this. They issue this neat little med kit, and I've used the crap out of mine already. But I mean, you're gonna have your tourniquet. That's a good one to have between a tourniquet and your hemorrhage control compression bandage.
Yep.
Uh, I always keep the rubber gloves because you don't know what's in somebody else's blood. That being said, I would prefer to use it on my own blood, not somebody else's. And a nasal pharyngeal.
Ooh. Ooh. Are you trained on how to use that though?
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh,
I'm
that's
firefighter
sweet.
one certified, and once
See,
upon a
but
time used to.
what you gotta do though is with the where it gets sticky with the trauma packs and the IFACs is it's yeah, you can buy everything and have everything in there, but if you don't know how to use it, it ain't worth a hill of beans, you know?
That's true. Thank God for Google on everybody's phone these days.
Yeah, well, what happens if you don't have Google?
You're absolutely right.
You got to
Got to
do
know
the
how to use
training.
it.
You got to learn.
For- Absolutely. Fortunately, they're pretty easy, but everybody should go through at least some basic medical courses.
Oh, absolutely. And then when I got the really cool questions, I got the really awesome luxury of my son is a 68 whiskey. So all I got to do is call him. So
You're old
along,
enough. It's not the fat electrician, is it?
oh God, oh, did you just ageism me? You little shit. I had to turn you
Ooh,
over my fucking knee.
you gotta
Whoo.
catch me first.
Ooh. Oh, hey, Mike, you're
Yeah.
fucking grounded.
You promise? I don't want to have to leave my room. Does it mean I can't go to work?
Yes. So after that, they had an e-tool or an entrenching tool, which is absolutely awesome. I actually don't have mine with me. I have mine in my car, but I have a SOG, which is sharp enough to take somebody's head off because SOG did the tactical. So if it's never touched dirt, which I've really never had to use it, I've always carried it, but it is battle ready. So I mean, there's a plus. I mean, you can dig a hole, you can do some war crimes. I mean, it's all good. But, but your entrenching tool is going to be it's a great thing, even if it's not like something catastrophic. Could be as simple as hey, you slid off the road and you need to dig a little bit,
Dig
get some
yourself out of
points.
the ice.
Yeah, and you got an entrenching tool right there, just a little collapsible folding shovel.
I had to do that just to get out of my driveway the other day.
No, you just gotta gun it, just rock it. Um, So yeah, that's about what it was. I mean, they had their canteen oh god, their canteen cover, which had their canteen and they had their which is different from what you have. Bring your canteen out.
So I was trying to find. I have a World War II canteen that
You
in
actually
past
have
used to be my.
the mess kit with it?
Yeah, absolutely. It was my grandfather's, but I couldn't find it. So hopefully I can scrounge it up.
Eh,
But
they used to have the mess kit because instead of oh hey, there you are. There you are. Instead of MREs back in the day, they had like C rations.
yeah,
And most of their meals were out of like a big communal stew pot, really.
yep.
So that's what they use those for. But yeah, that's and so I mean it doesn't sound like a lot, but when you add that in a pack, that can add some weight on it and you know, add in machine gun fire and wet boots and everything and Yeah, that can make for a long day, and
Thank God
God
it's not
bless.
something we got to worry about these days.
Yeah, but God bless those guys for
Absolutely.
doing what they did, and yeah. So it doesn't sound like a lot, but that weight can add up a little bit. Um, which really just proves how tough those guys really were.
Oh God, yeah.
Um, now how we take that and we bring that to the modern day equivalent is what I carry in, do you want me to just read off what I carry in mine?
Yeah, absolutely.
So that was the other part of that list that we had started on. So the wool blanket, and I always say a wool blanket because wet wool, even wet wool will keep you warm. Um, I always carry multiple ways to start fire. A Bic lighter. I carry a Zippo with flints and Zippo fluid, waterproof matches, 9 volt battery, and steel wool. That's like my all time favorite. Have you taught your boy that yet?
Not quite. No.
Oh, that's the funnest way to start a fire. And then a ferro rod and a striker in the bottom of my bag. And what I do, I mean, I keep them all. I am like all anal retentive. I keep everything in Ziploc bags just to keep it organized in there, so it's not like rattling around loose. But I keep it if I'm going to use it last. I keep it at the bottom. So like that ferro rod and striker, that's at the bottom.
Yeah.
I know how to use it, but I'm going to use that Bic and Zippo first. Then I'm going to use those waterproof matches. Then I'm, just go down the line. Um, a big one is a couple changes of socks.
Couple changes of socks.
Now, this is like everyday life. This is like farming. Like, I'm a farmer. You gonna get wet boots and wet socks every day, and I'm
Oh
telling
yeah.
you, if my socks get wet at 6 in the morning and they ain't gonna dry out till like 3 in the afternoon, and I still got 4 hours to work after that, you are gonna
You're
deal
gonna have
with an
some ripe feet.
you are gonna deal with an asshole all day with me. So always carry a couple pairs of spare socks because you know what? Even if your boots are wet, dry socks make it a little bit more palatable. Um,
Even back in the army when we were doing ruck marches and whatnot, we always carried a change of at least one change of socks and always a change of shirt too.
and
Because,
foot
like you
polish.
said, that was never required, but I always carried it. A
Really?
little gold bond goes a long way.
Absolutely.
But I mean,
Um,
like you said, dry feet makes it a little more palatable. But if you're moist the rest of the place too, it's equally as miserable.
eh,
It's at least you're not walking on your tits all day. But I'm just saying, if you, at least me, soggy pits, soggy. I don't like being soggy.
soggy
I
biscuit.
just.
Good. So after that, always have a beanie or a watch cap. I always have one in a couple of them in my car. Usually not floating in my bag, usually in my vehicle at all times. I usually have a couple ball caps, at least a wool cowboy hat, a straw cowboy hat, and a watch cap. Because I never know what I'm gonna deal with during the day. Um, a sheltering tarp. Do you have a sheltering tarp with you?
I don't
Oh, I'm not digging mine out of the bag. But always carry a sheltering tarp. If you don't want to
get
go that big,
go to your Army Navy and get you a whoopee.
oh, absolutely,
You got to have a
absolutely.
whoopee.
A whoopee is, oh man, I've got a whoopee in my M65 field jacket.
You got to have one, man. I
Oh, I have
mean,
a whoopee.
the ultimate in comfort right there, and it's its own shelter in itself.
Have you? Okay, side topic. Have you seen the new whoopee hoodies?
No. Oh yeah, yeah, I have. I think it was it Grunt Style that had them.
Yeah, yeah, that's tight.
Yeah.
I want one of those. I want one of those.
By the
So,
way, we're not sponsored. We're not paid for any of these
yeah,
advertisements. We're just putting it out there because we like this stuff, because we
this,
support these companies.
yes.
And you know what? Grunt Style all day. I think I got Nine Line right here, but I mean it's all good, man. Actually, I think Grunt Style sells some Nine Line stuff too.
I think they do. Um, So after sheltering towels, because we've all seen a Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. Um, Towel, great thing to have. Goes back to being all moist up in this area. There's 1,001 uses for our towel. Um, One of the big ones, a fixed blade knife. What do you got?
I got a combo. I got this little guy.
Okay, is that a sharp finger?
Is it a what?
Old timer sharp finger?
Oh no, it's not. It's a bone collector. I went cheap.
Okay. Oh, okay.
But yeah, I mean, 2 for 1 there. Everything I need right here. Oh, there we go.
Okay.
You got your Tonto blade.
Take the scales off, wrap it with paracord so you have extra paracord.
Paracord. Oh man. And for those of you who haven't used paracord, when you cut paracord open, it's got like 15 more strands inside that goes a lot further. You can fish with it. You can set snares. You can do anything survival with it. It's incredible.
I once saw Mike castrate a pig with it.
2
Just
in one sitting.
Couple changes of clothes. Oh, after fixed blade knife, you need a folding knife. What do you got? What do you got for a folder? You got a folder on you?
I do. A little Milwaukee folding blade.
Okay. I like that. I like that. I wrote the Kershaw.
Everybody's got their own preference. You got the Kershaw? Okay. Kershaw is a good brand. The big thing is make sure you got good steel is all.
Kershaw, it keeps a stupid sharp fucking edge at all times. And yeah, I actually had to go get stitches because of that son of a bitch about 2 months ago.
Oh, good job.
Oh yeah, that was a fucking fun one. So anyways, after your fixed blade and your folding blade, I've got in there, you need a couple changes of clothes. So in my everyday carry bag, my go bag, I have a pair of fatigue pants, and a field shirt, with extra socks, insulated gloves, hand warmers, and Life Straw. Again, we're not sponsored, but Life Straw has been a name in the game for quite a few years. I started out with them. I actually have hand crank filtration pumps. Now, Life Straw is pretty cool. It's by Vestergaard. The straw that I have will take out all the amoebas and all the little critters out of the water. Um, so it gives you palatable drinking water. So I mean, there's other shit that can be in water that it doesn't filter. So I mean, you still gotta keep watch of where you're taking your water source from, but you always want to have like a life straw on you, or an equivalent. There's a whole bunch of them out there. Just do your research, find out which one works for you, which one's in your price range. Um, I also have a bladder pump that I can drop into a pond and crank, and it will filter out
Oh, nice.
canteens and stuff with. That one goes in the trunk of my car too. With that, you need your water bottle or canteen. Also, water purification tablets. I have those in my bag. I don't want to dig those out. Those are way bottom too. Um, I have a camel pack or hydration bladder that goes in uh, the back of mine. So that's what I use my crank pump for to fill that. I have at least 2 MREs in there. You got your MRE behind you?
I sure do.
Ooh, what menu? Is it from A or B?
Menu number 16.
Ooh,
Chicken burrito bowl.
ooh, ooh.
I almost went with the beef taco, but it was a tough choice.
Chili mac any day.
You know, I eyeballed that one and I almost went for it. But at the same time, I knew I was going to open this just to demonstrate and share with our viewers here. But I didn't want something that was either going to give me the shits or plug me up for 2 weeks. So,
well, that's really anything out of those fucking boxes, bro. Oh, I I didn't know you're opening the fucking MRE. This is like
That's
Christmas.
that's what I got it for, man. Just for the fun here. Let's dive in.
Okay,
You
wait a
know
minute,
what?
wait a minute, wait a minute. What's the inspection date on that one?
I don't know, like 16 years ago, probably.
Okay, you got like one big fucking Skittle in that bag. They've all melted
You know,
together.
this one actually doesn't have a date on it, but this is one of the ones they gave us when I was in. So let's see, that was 07 I went in. So
Holy shit.
Almost 20 years, 18 years ago now. So
Yeah.
it could be that old. It could be newer. Who knows? They've probably
it's just gotta look for it.
either way, it'll make a turd eventually.
Ooh.
Let's see. Nope, it don't have a date on it, but
Don't have a date.
everything's all vacuum sealed together.
Okay.
Back in the day, we'd just tear it open like fucking gorillas. I don't see any Skittles though. That's all I wanted. You got your Army issue plastic spoon. It's that lovely earth brown.
Do you know there has been a confirmed kill with an MRE spoon?
That's the coolest thing I've ever heard, though.
My son told me that, and I had to Google it because I thought he was fucking with me. It is true.
I got an apple turnover in this bad boy.
Ooh, that's good.
My orange beverage base powder with electrolytes.
That will make sure that you aren't plugged up.
You know what? Only half a can. I want a full canteen full of this, though.
You got to trade somebody the Skittles that you don't have.
Damn, you're right. But I don't have anybody to trade with anymore. Do you have Skittles? You want to trade your Skittle? You want to trade your Skittle? Here's the best part. I got the cheese spread.
Wait a minute. Is it the cheese spread or the jalapenos cheese spread?
It's just the cheese spread.
Still, that's a win though. That's a win.
But they didn't give me a cracker though.
Sweet.
No cracker.
Ooh. Well, you know what? You just save that in your fucking pack then.
Oh, I'm saving it.
You save that in your bug out.
Toasted corn nuggets. Toasted corn nuggets. It feels like corn nuts.
That's probably what they are.
Oh, I love the wording though. Toasted corn nuggets. You get some tortillas. Set up. Where's my chicken burrito?
Ah!
I feel like I got robbed.
It's in there. Keep looking.
Oh, here it is. Never mind. Here it is. It's got to be in that pack there. But it comes with the heater. You got to have your heater.
Yeah. Well, you don't have to. I mean, you be a barbarian and eat it cold.
You could, but if you have it, you might as well use it.
Yeah.
We just, on the rare occasion you were...
Keep some salt with you just in case.
On the rare occasion you were lucky to get one of these little extra packets, that has the toilet paper. You got to have your shit tickets in there. Some of them, if you're lucky, it comes with the little hot sauce. What's the shit called? Tabasco. That's it. I remember people fucking off back in the Army and stuff and making their Tabasco blasters with these, and that wasn't a whole lot of fun getting hit with that. But
you kidding me? That'd be fun hitting somebody with it.
Yeah, it would.
As soon as we're off here, I'm fucking Googling that because I want to know how to do that shit because I have people I want to harass.
There you go.
Well, thank you for that. We can demonstration on that, and maybe on another episode we can have you. We'll do cooking with Biker Mike, and we'll have you fire that son of a bitch up.
Ooh, we could do that.
Yeah. So, along with MREs, I carry SOS or C ration bars in my bag. Weather radio, gotta have it. Short band. Flashlight, extra batteries for flashlight.
Oh, speaking of salt, they sent me with salt.
Yeah, that's really great if your heater doesn't work. You can just add it to there and it actually helps. And then, okay, you ready for this?
Oh yeah,
Okay. So I gotta know, are you old school or new school?
a little of both.
A little both.
A little of
What's your
both.
what's your hawk look like?
I, my tomahawk.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't have one.
Ooh, I figured you would have had like one of those newfangled tacticals, which
I
I do
did,
have.
but it had a plastic handle, and let me tell you, you throw it and you don't hit the tree the right way, or you hit something you're not supposed to, and it breaks it.
So
So I got one with a broken handle.
this son of a bitch is I am dude. I learned to get deadly with that bugger. I can throw that son of a bitch. I like it because it's got the hammer handle on back. It's the Campy multi-tool head.
There you
Um,
go.
it's a cold steel. I know there's gonna be people out there on the hate wagon on that one because it's cold steel. But you know what? It's this thing
Like
is 7 years
like
old.
I said, that looks a little bit better than, or a little more sturdy than my SOG Tommy Hawk was. Like I said, that plastic handle broke.
Oh, this is the third handle I've had on this old girl. Because
Oh,
every
okay. So
once in a
you've been
while.
through one or two then.
Oh yeah, I've got a couple extra handles. But yeah, no, I love this. It's got the hammerhead on it, and I can pretty much stick it at 20 foot every time. So yeah, and the handle on that is really cool because it actually slides through the molly, and it'll hang really pretty off the side of my bag. Um, Funny story, not they really don't think it's hanging so pretty when you get pulled over. They see that in the back seat and they see a tomahawk hanging there and they're like, "What the fuck?"
What are you
So
thinking, son?
yeah, yeah. But anyways, yeah. So that's what I carry in my everyday, my go bag, my bug out bag, my everyday carry bag, whatever you want to call it. There's a million different names. Um, and really, there is a lot of other things you can put in that bag that may be better for you. I mean, I don't need one, but I'm pretty sure Mike carries an Easy Wheeze in his.
I definitely carry a couple tampons just in case.
Well, I hear those are great for bullet wounds, but the doc just absolutely hates them because he's picking fibers out. So I
I
hear.
was thinking about for those emotional days, but
No, but that's funny because I have reminded you pad sticky side down before,
I always
and
get
I
that
didn't
wrong.
know is that your equivalent for front towards enemy?
Oh
Sorry.
god, if I could get a claymore, I would have a claymore.
Ooh,
What is
that
going
was so
on here?
cool. You
Uh-oh.
said it twice.
Oh, I see what happened.
What happened?
Oh, producer mode went down. We're still good here. We're still going.
Oh, that's cool.
But the my computer decided it was going to time out. We're good now.
Oh, that's cool. So yeah, there's a million things. My wife's bug out bag has stuff in there, geared more towards feminine, uh, that I don't have to worry about when it's me. So I've built my bag, and there's times that I add to my bag if I'm going further away. Usually my radius is within 25, 35 miles of home,
Hmm.
which on foot I can do that in 14, 15 hours easy.
Oh, it did
That's
come with hot sauce.
is it Tabasco or is it just generic?
I'm gonna guess you don't get Tabasco in the little bottles anymore because the ingredients look like Tabasco to me.
Eh,
Aged cayenne, red peppers, distilled vinegar, salt, and garlic.
that's about what it is.
Yeah,
So
I'm not impressed
why?
because it's not the cute little glass bottle they're supposed to come in.
Ah, use that as eye drops. It'll be fine.
Definitely done that before with. Yeah, we won't go there. I'm not going to incriminate myself. But when people weren't doing the right shit in basic training, they would wake up with some of that shit as eye drops.
Holy shit. So yeah, you can add, subtract. Basically, you tailor that bag to what you need. That list that we kind of gave you is what we carry every day. It's what a lot of people carry every day. But there's things that you may need to add. I know somebody whose bug out bag has God, you know those glucose the glucose tablets, like for when someone goes hypoglycemic?
Oh yeah,
Because
yeah.
they have somebody in their family, their immediate family, that does that, and on the off chance they're with them, they have that with them. So I mean, it's like you just think about who you're with, where you are a lot of the time, and you just kind of cover the worst case scenario. But at the
You
same
kind of
time,
tailor it to exactly. I mean, not everybody lives in the Great White North like us. You know, not everybody's dealing with cold. Sometimes you got people dealing with the ultra heat. So
oh my God,
you know,
yeah. How do
I
they do
mean, what?
that?
Oh my good lord, yeah. So I did basic. No, I did AIT down in El Paso, Texas. Let me tell you the worst experience of my life. It is so god awful hot down there. Going through this whole border patrol thing, my biggest worry was having to do a stint down on the southern border because I like summer. I like the sun. I like the heat. I don't like 130 and 140 degrees in May. You know what I mean? Like, get wrecked with that shit. I'm out.
I don't know. I mean, I can I can handle Oklahoma heat all day long.
Oklahoma heat's not quite El Paso heat.
I can handle Oklahoma heat all day long. Michigan heat, that's a different story though. Holy shit. Cuz that's like, you know, they say it's a dry heat. This is like welcome to the jungle, baby. You're expecting like a chimpanzee to drop out of a tree on your shoulder. So I mean, it's just horrible sometimes. Which really
you know,
translates to I think I could move down and be Florida man. The only reason why I don't is I just want to spare the news
go
headlines if I did that. You know I'd do
go.
something stupid.
I I think I'd be right there with you. 1 second, let me get this dog out of here. He's gonna knock over my camera. I know, I love you too, bub.
It's
Hey,
bear
go be a good
dog.
boy. Go listen to the kid. He's calling you. You know what? Actually, come on, bear dog. You can come hang out here. Come on, bear. That's my big boy. Come on. Come on. It's either me or the kid. I know you're like, oh, but that's my boy. Move your tail, dude. There you go. Yeah, I can't kick the bear dog out. Oh goodness, bear dog, you're going crazy. You know, oh shit, my thing shut off. Am I still there? You should also have yourself a bear dog in your bug out bag.
Yeah, you should. You can strap him right to the front of it.
Hey, you know what? Some of the coolest shit I've ever seen is the military operators that are like sling loading their German shepherds.
Oh, jumping out of helicopters and shit with their
Oh
German
god, yeah.
shepherds. Oh my god.
I want to sling load my dog.
Good lord. I can't. Dude, I've got two mastiffs. And they're huge. I try and sling load though. I can't. They get up on the bed. I can't even pull the covers over myself. Holy shit.
Yeah. Oh, bear dog's getting there too. He's a big boy. He's over 100 pounds and he's barely a year old.
Oh,
You're right, bear dog. You're not right, bear dog. You smell like you've been eating shit. Have you been eating poop?
oh Lord.
You stink
Wow,
ass.
we have derailed. We have derailed. We're gonna have to edit this out. Whew.
We'll keep it going. We're fine.
Okay. So anyway, uh, so
Go lay down.
that was pretty much the gist of the first episode for the bug out bag. Um, paracord, 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 and if you got room, a roll of duct tape don't hurt either. Um, yeah, just stuff you need to carry every day.
Got the duct tape.
Way to do it. Oh Is there anything else that we want to talk about? You see any good news articles lately?
I've seen some really good news articles. Oh goodness, bear dog. I've been seeing
It's
a lot about everything that was at the Elon Musk thing. The Department
oh
of Government Efficiency. He's outing so much and finding billions of dollars in wasted taxpayer money going to places it freaking shouldn't be. You
I'm
know,
telling you, if it wasn't for that misappropriation of funds, you'd have that goddamn glass bottle of Tabasco in your fucking MRE.
dude, for real. That's all I wanted was a glass bottle. You're breaking my fucking heart to save a few pennies because you're giving away billions of dollars to the Houthis and the Hamas and shit. Oh yeah.
Whew.
So, anyways, they're fucking. So I didn't go into depth on it, but I just saw an article talking about somebody, so whatever is trying to pull a lawsuit against the Department of Government Efficiency now because they're losing all this money that's going where it shouldn't.
I don't understand why anyone is actually pissed off about that. I mean, maybe I'm just a bohick
I think
from,
the only people pissed off about it are the people that are losing that money, which sounds like you're
yeah.
probably not the people that should have it anyways.
Yeah, I think any taxpayer should just be like, what the fuck right now? Holy shit. So, no,
No wonder our taxes keep going up and we don't see a goddamn thing back for it.
is what it is. Is what it is.
Yeah.
Hopefully it gets fixed.
Yeah, don't derail
But
me on this because I will go on a fucking tangent.
yeah, I'm gonna have to, dude. I can't. I don't got the tranquilizer dart on me. I ain't got the tranquilizer dart on me.
Good
Oh,
thing we didn't bring a good sipping bottle to record this episode with. We'd be getting derailed big time.
oh, we'd be canceled fast. Oh, woo.
First episode canceled.
So yeah, um, yeah. Do you want to? Man, I don't know. You've been working on the back end of this, behind the scenes. For right now, we've started a Discord. Um,
Oh yeah, you were asking about what we would charge for the membership on that. So I was going through Patreon like everybody else and their mother does,
yeah.
and Patreon's lowest whatever charge fee or whatever is $5 a month. Um, you can't go less than that.
Are you serious?
I'm serious. But as I've been looking at things like there's Patreon's kind of starting to one of those things that people are looking for other things.
Yeah.
So like when I started searching alternatives to Patreon, the program we're using right now, Riverside.fm, was one of the first ones to pop up. Uh, Obviously you don't need a charge membership or anything for it, so we don't have to charge for our Discord if we don't want to. I don't see any reason to charge for it at the moment. I mean, if
No.
we build a following, then we might have to one day just to sustain ourselves.
Yeah, but right now, no. We're just two hillbillies that are having fun trying to help people learn some stuff. Um, we also have email, Gmail set up. It is sh. God damn it! I'm not gonna be able to read this.
SHTF shenanigans at gmail.com.
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
But I mean,
So if you have any ideas for topics you want to see or hear about, email. We have our Facebook. What's the Facebook tag?
SHTF podcast.
Ooh. And I'm always trying to throw stuff up there. It's kind of a hefty mixture. I'm a big one on gardening and farming because that's what I do for a living. And I'm a big advocate of backdoor square foot gardens and raised gardens and backyards. Um, so you'll
Going
always
back.
see stuff like that up there. And growing gardening tips and such. Uh, yeah. So if there's anything like that that is of interest to you, my goal is I want to try and help people learn stuff that may have grown up in a city environment. And, you know, you and I grew up in the sticks and we bitched about it because there was like nothing to do. And we were like always choring and like shoveling out cow paddocks and shit. And, you know, we took a lot of that for granted, but we learned a lot of shit. I mean,
Yeah, learned a work ethic and
well,
made
learn.
some summer dollars bucking hay.
Oh, hell, throwing hay. I mean, I can do everything from fix hydraulics on a fucking tractor to fucking put a well in. You know, it's just stuff that we learned, and there's a lot of people out there that didn't have the the chance to learn that or the chance to learn how to garden, something that I take
And
for granted.
the
And if
urban environments that we didn't grow up in don't have that luxury. What we took,
exactly.
for granted. So
Yeah, so if we can, my whole goal is if we can help one person learn some life skills that may help them, you know, even if the shit doesn't hit the fan and they want to save some money at the grocery store and they want to put in a little garden in their backyard. If we help one person do that, it's worth, you know, doing the hot sheets and all the behind the scenes,
absolutely.
you know, so that's what
And
our
shoot,
main
just
goal is.
and shoot, when I first met you, I mean, that's what we talked about was I couldn't get shit to grow. I was struggling in the because I didn't grow up in Montana, so it's a lot more frozen environment, and I was struggling how or what do they call it, temperate? I
Yeah,
don't know, but
tundra.
whatever it's yeah, right. Like the growing season was so short, and I mean, obviously your crops change when you don't have the same growing season as you grew up in, so even just learning, a watering schedule, a lighting schedule, etc.,
Oh, for
has been
indoors, yeah.
huge. Yep.
Absolutely. So, I mean, just stuff like that. And that's my goal in doing this is over the years I've picked up a lot of practical knowledge and I'm like I utilize it every day and if I can help someone else learn how to do it, you know, that really, you know, that would make it worth it to me just to help someone else learn a new life skill or you know,
Yeah.
hell, even to just meet someone new in Discord and bullshit with them. So, yeah, definitely feel free to check all those avenues out. Um, what is it Shit Hit the Fan podcast for our Discord? Or shit hit the fan shenanigans?
I think we'd probably need to, yeah, it's shit at the fan shenanigans, but I think we'd need to send the invite. Let me take a quick look here. I spelled it wrong. There it is. Yeah, let me just double check and make sure here, because, I mean, it's my first day.
Yeah.
Oh, it's up there. Okay. I don't know if you can see it up there, but I guess it would probably help if I went to the right channel there. Oh, look, it wants me to send you a Valentine on there.
Aw.
SHTF shenanigans.
So do we have to send an invite or can they look it up?
They might be able to look it up. As far as I know, I don't have any passwords or anything on there. I'm still learning it though. I've never hosted a Discord channel before, so this is all new for me.
Okay.
But I mean, I sent you an invite. If anybody wants, send a request on the Facebook page or via email, whatever. And one of us or both of us, either one of us can send you an invite. We'll mess around with it
Absolutely.
and get to learn it a little bit better.
Yeah, you know,
So,
here I am. I can rebuild a hydraulic system on a tractor. I can dig a well or put a wellhead in. I can't fucking do shit on these
but I
fucking
can't
computers.
send a fucking email.
Yeah. Hey, I can do that. And I got really good at fucking spreadsheets. I'll have you
It
know.
it only
Can
took you
drop
two or
down
three tries to get
menus and
that.
everything like that. So,
What did it take you, two or three tries to get me that hot sheet the first time, though?
look into my eyes.
Hey,
So,
while we're on World War II stuff, though, before we get too far past that, you want to know what else soldiers carried in their in their packs, or I guess on them in World War II.
What's that?
You're gonna love this. You see? Can you see what that says right there?
Oh, ooh, yes, 1911.
Yeah, United States property and everything.
Oh, good
So
lord.
this one was made in World War II. It used to be my everyday carry. This one was carried on the beaches of Normandy. But it used to be my everyday carry until I realized as I got older, you know what, I'm tired of hiking my pants up all the time. It's freaking heavy because I mean, I don't know if you're familiar with the origins of why John Browning made the 1911. Actually, he made the round first. The idea was to come up with the smallest caliber that could kill a cow in one shot, thus giving birth to the 45 ACP. It's down there somewhere.
Before that,
Uh,
it was 50 cal.
so yeah,
Sharp
so
Buffalo.
so they came when John Browning came up with that. They then built the 1911 frame to fit the bullet. So
Ooh.
a little piece of history if you didn't already know that. But I just want to show that off. That's kind of been my pride and joy. I've had that for probably close to a decade now at this point.
Nice.
But
Nice.
yeah, it used to be my everyday carry, and then I got older, fatter, and you know I'm getting weak in my old age, I guess. So I started carrying something a little bit smaller.
I just like my 357.
I don't like the way it makes my ears feel when I'm not wearing ear protection, and I don't just carry ear protection with me every day for if I ever had to use my EDC firearm.
Oh my god, dude, no, no, no. Okay. You want some ammunition at me? This is funny as fuck. So like, you go to the range, like so okay, so when I say I go to the range, dude, I mean like I go out back to the sand pit and
I was gonna say you probably have a lane out behind your house.
so I mean it's no big shit. So like anyways, I go out back to shoot. I've got the headphones in and I'm like just jamming. I've got Spotify going, right? And like so my musical taste, dude, I am like all over my ADs, my HD, man, they're all over the place. So like you'll be hearing like DMX 1 minute, you'll be hearing Clint Black another minute, you'll be hearing, Papa Roach another minute. So I'm like sitting there and I got the M4 out and
That new one you
so
just
like,
got?
yeah. So
Hell yeah!
so yeah, I'm still so I got that reflex sight on there and I was doing a laser bore on it. So like you have your zombie apocalypse playlist.
Oh yeah.
So like everyone has one. It's usually like, songs like Die Motherfucker and shit like that. So anyways,
My very first one on that is One by Metallica.
out of nowhere, Waterloo by ABBA comes on.
Yes.
And I am like, dude, I could fuck some shit up to this song. Holy fucking hell. Dude, oh my God. The only way it could have got worse if it was Dancing Queen. Woo!
Worse, that would have been better.
Right? Not for me. Because if our friends fucking find out about that, I ain't gonna fucking hear the end of that shit.
I'd be
Jesus.
out there dancing to it.
That's what I'm talking about. Jesus. So, anyways, everybody, thank you for tuning in tonight and listening. Um, Looking forward to doing a good long run with you guys and putting together. We're working on putting together a lot of good shows and content. I know it was a little rough this one. We're working out the kinks, but as we go, it'll get smoother. We can't all be midget George on our first run. So,
We should send him an invite.
yeah, we should.
send,
Anyway,
send this link over to him.
anyways, guys, thank you for listening. We look forward to hosting with you again next week, and to all you in the northern borders. Keep your stick on the ice and quit talking shit, eh? Everybody else,
Uh,
peace out.
we're looking at negatives for the next few days, so everybody up north, stay warm. Thank you guys for your support. Looking forward to doing more of this and getting a little more interaction from you guys. We've got a couple of guests coming up, and we've even got a couple of well, I've got a couple local artists around me that have given us permission to use some of their music and whatnot. So we'll get a little bit more in depth with this. We'll get a little bit more of an intro. We'll figure out how to make an intro and an outro. And I didn't tell you, I sent you the song
Yeah.
that I wanted to use to begin with. I'm just gonna go ahead and drop it right now. I'm not turning the song on, but I'm gonna give a little background on it. So the name of the song was "Chasing Ghosts and Dreams," and you understand that saying, right?
Yeah.
So the whole reason, the whole idea behind that was not only so I roadied for this band, I ran sound for them a little bit, I played little guitar here and there whenever they would let me. It was a lot of fun for quite a while. Anytime I can, I still get out there. These guys are still kicking ass every day. I went and helped with their second album release party as 2 years ago now. A lot of fun with these guys, but that was the whole thing. Is for this is us chasing ghosts and dreams right now, seeing what we can build this podcast into. So that was why my first idea was that song right there stuck out to me. So if I can figure it out, I'm going to put together an intro and an outro that's going to feature probably half of it for the beginning and then outro with the second half of the song. And we'll keep that for a couple few episodes. We're going to get other things in here. It's all about finding what we can use without having to worry about licensing permissions and lawsuits. And even then, fucking sue me. You can't get blood from a turnip, and I'm broke as fuck. So
What? Well, I was gonna say a turd, but okay.
oh, whatever, that too.
Yeah. All right.
All right. Peace, guys.